Hello and Grüß Gott. Today I'm going to install a Wunderlich Handlebar riser set on my 2012 BMW F650GS. And it says to take off these two brackets here. So I'm going to loosen these Torx bolts. These are E10s. So you're going to need an E10 socket, and you're going to also need a torque wrench. So when you put them back on, they're going to be torqued to 25 Newton meters. Before I take it off, I made some reference marks so I know where the handlebar is sitting this way and up and down. So I'm going to get started by putting this on here and getting started with loosening this. So I'm just trying to get them a little bit loose so I can use the socket to take them all the way off. Then I'm going to set the handlebar on the towel gently. It has some pretty tight wiring, and it also has a very tight connection to the hydraulic brake, which does concern me. These risers may not work for that reason. So let me just take these off and then we'll come right back. Okay, now the next thing I have to do is take off these bolts. I'm going to do one at a time, install the new riser, and then reinstall the bolt and torque it down, because you have to keep this. There's a dot right here and here, and those have to face forward. Now BMW, I don't know why they do stuff like this. They actually use a 16 millimeter backing nut. So I have an obstruction wrench here with a 16 millimeter sizing to it. So I have to see if somehow I can wheedle my way in here and get it on here in a way that will allow me to get this loose. This should come apart fairly easily. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this loose. It's like it's going to take a while. I think they put Loctite on it. So I'm going to take this loose. I'm going to put the spacer on. I'll show you how to do that once I have this loose, and then we'll reinstall it. Okay, so our goal now is to take this old bolt out, set it aside, install the new bolt, install the spacer piece, which fits right in there, and then the washer, and then this piece goes here, and then these will go on the bottom. And again, you have to make sure you keep this dot going forward. So I'm going to see if I can get all this started with one hand, which is not easy to do. Okay, I've gotten it started. I want to make sure I orientate it into the correct position. And then it looks like this is going to take a giant Allen, so I have to go find that Allen, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to tighten up this using this 8 millimeter Allen and with the 16 millimeter backing wrench, and see if I can get this up to 25 Newton meters. Okay, there it is. Now this is off a little bit, but I believe that I'll be able to turn that because it's isoelastically mounted on here. So yeah, I can actually turn that to get it into the correct rotation. It just takes a little bit of work. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll come back and put the handlebars on. Okay, I have the risers in place now, torqued down to 25 Newton meters. I have them aligned. I'm ready to start installing the brackets back on top of them. So what I'm going to do is just put the brackets on and just finger tighten them. And so I'll do that on both brackets. And then I'm going to align them to the marks I had made earlier, so I have the handlebars in the correct original position. So I'll do that, and then I'll torque it down to 25 Newton meters. So I'm trying to get this centered properly. And they should be about like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and while I'm aligning it, I'll tighten it down to 25 Newton meters. And then we'll come back and we'll check to make sure everything clears here on all the electrical wiring. So we'll be right back. Okay, so I have the riser installed, 25 Newton meters, tighten these up evenly on each side. So this is all good now. So what I want to do now is check to see when I turn the wheel all the way, or the steering all the way, do I have some play left here? Yes, that looks good. That looks good. Now we'll go the other way and see, oh, and it's fine. So Wunderlich did a great job. Gut gemacht. Gute Arbeit. Tschüss. Thank you for watching.